Hey guys, so I just uploaded your homework, right? And so I wanted to try to give you a verbal explanation about what I expect. So both of the chapters, both the plantation and the slave auction, are attached to the homework assignment, okay? What I expect you to do is to go through, the directions say, to skim the chapters. When you skim a chapter, you kind of just like thumb through it like this and kind of like pick out something. That's what when you skim, you're not reading the entire thing. So you're not responsible for reading the entire chapter, okay? You're going to skim it, and you're going to pick 3 of the stories. Well, they're really like testimony because these are firsthand accounts of what happened both either on the plantation or in chapter 2 at the slave auction, okay? So you're going to pick 3 of those, okay? Pick 3 out of the entire chapter, any ones that you want. The example that I put on Edmodo says I selected the first story. The first story in Plantation, the Plantation chapter, it talks about, it gives a description of the slave master's house, okay? And so what I would expect that you do, why does this look like this? Hold up. Okay, so what I would expect that you do is the example says, the first story by Ball describes the different places on the plantation and what they were used for. Very simple. That's exactly what that piece does. And then what I also want you to do after you write the very short description is to include a quote that helps support your summary. So the quote that I chose says, in one end of the building, the corn intended for the horses was kept, and a whole of the loft or upper story was occupied by the fodder or blades and tops of the corn. It's a lot of words. Maybe you understand them, maybe you don't in this specific example. But my summary says that it describes different places on the plantation and what they were used for. This is describing a place on the plantation and exactly what it was used for. That's what I want you to do. I want you to pick 3 stories or testimonies from both the plantation, and I want you to pick 3 testimonies from the auction block. They are both attached to the posting. One of the other things I did was I attached the documentary that we watched in class today. If you want to go back through it and make some additional notes, you can do that. I would also encourage you to write the questions for your Cornell notes for the ones you took in class. And if for any reason the link doesn't open, I need somebody to just post that and let me know. It's not that not that huge of a deal, and I'll try to find it somewhere else. I might be able to buy it and share the link with you. But those are essentially the directions. Let's not make it harder than it has to be. Pick out 3 stories, write a quick summary, include a quote that helps supports the way you summarize it. Okay? All right.